here at South Shore Lakes with Ventura. Today we are going to replace this gasket here, this spider gasket and this multi-port valve. The reason for doing this is we're losing water in the backwash line with it just being on filter. Usually water won't drain here unless you put it on backwash, unless you turn the handle to backwash. So this gasket is bad, and that's why we're replacing it. The first thing to do is to shut off power, which we did, shut the breaker off. And I actually closed these skimmer valves here, so that way it'll be easier to prime once I start it back up. A couple key things here, which I will share in a minute, but this valve is held in by 10 machine screws, and it's got the stainless steel screws with the held in by the nuts here at the bottom. I removed these to show you. All we're going to do is take these out, these screws out here, or loosen these. You don't have to completely take them out. And then we're going to pop this off here. Key thing to remember is the direction this is in whenever you take it off. As you can see, this gasket is not in good condition here. So it's not allowing the water to go to different places. So I removed it earlier, but it's got a tear here. It's all bubbled here. So we're going to take this old one out. Key thing to remember is to remove all these little pieces that are left behind. So you just take a screwdriver, little knife, something to remove these little pieces here. And then you want to get the water out of these grooves, let it dry out a little bit. I've had a couple different options on what to do, how to put the new gasket in. I've had success with using Gorilla Glue. Here's the new gasket. I'll just put Gorilla Glue on 3 different points on the gasket, and it's just to hold it in. That's all you're trying to do, is just hold it in and let it dry. I usually let it, before I turn the pump on, I let it dry for a good hour or 2, just to be sure. And this gasket here, it has 2 sides. This side has grooves on it, and then this side is flat. You're going to do the groove side down. It's got to sit flat like this. So this flat side is going to be on the top, because this is where the multi-port sits on the top. So what we're going to do is just remove the excess. We're going to get the water out of those grooves, let it dry a little bit, take a rag, dry it off. We'll put the new gasket on with the Gorilla Glue, just 3 or 4 little dots just to hold it in. We'll let it dry, and then we'll put this multi-port back on. And the last key thing to remember is to not, I usually snug all of these bolts down, just tight enough, and then I'll go opposite sides, because you don't want to tighten down on one side and then go all the way around, because it's not going to sit well, and the gasket won't, this gasket here for this multi-port, it will not sit well inside. So you'll have leaks coming out right here. You'll have leaks coming out of the top. So that's very important, is to tighten down the opposites first, and then you can go all the way around at the end. So this is it. This is how to replace a spider gasket on a multi-port valve for a Ventura pump. Thank you guys for watching.